Right there. See where I cut through? Right there's where I hit the ground. Oh, come on! So there you go. That's a pile of wood. Today on the wood yard, I got wood, I got a saw. Let's cut. So today is a beautiful day once again in the wood yard, just like every other day. And today's probably gonna be the last saw day you're gonna see for a while, because all I got left to cut is this stuff right here to this side. All this wood over here is going in the processor, and that is happening tomorrow. So you're gonna wanna be here tomorrow because the processor will scream. So I'm gonna get the rest of this odd stuff. I got crotchy pieces, knotty pieces, crooked chunks, just the nasty crap here. I'm gonna finish cutting this up, and it looks to me like it's about a 1.5 tank pile. That's what I'm gonna guess, 1.5 tank. And then over on the other side over here, we put a bunch of rounds that I had cut up yesterday that didn't get split. Those are over to the side over there. So I'm gonna, after I get this cut up, we're gonna split all this and split all that, take it and throw it into the bin. And then I'm gonna get the processor ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna get some logs staged up onto the live deck and some stuff out front because tomorrow is processor day. Keith, who is Bert's dad, is finally able to come out and do some stuff because he's been recuperating from some surgery, and he's itching to get into skid steer, and he said he would load wood for me tomorrow, so that's what's going to happen. So we're going to hopefully have a beautiful day. It's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, not dreary like today, but at least it's not snowing or raining. We were supposed to get rain and snow today, but that all went to the north of us, so that's a good thing. So we're going to start the saw up, and we're going to make little chunks of wood right now. the ground. Dang it. Not just hit the ground, hit cement. I hate that. Right there. See where I cut through? It's ice right there, but underneath is cement, concrete. Right there's where I hit the ground. Sucks. All right, so I just sharpened up my saw again. As I sharpened it before I start, then I hit the ground here, sharpened it up again, filled it up with gas. I was down to about a half a tank, so I think I could have finished this if I wouldn't have hit the ground with one tank. Now, this is something I'm gonna answer because I've had a couple people ask me. This is the saw that I had problems with, where it would it would run fine idling, but as soon as I went full throttle, it would bog down, then come back, bog down, come back. And it's what I thought it was. It was a fuel filter. I thought it was a plugged fuel line or a fuel filter, and it wasn't a regular filter. Apparently, there's one on the inside that's in the line that's really tiny. It's smaller than the tip of your pinky, like a little bigger than like the top of a pencil eraser. It's really, really small, and it had a whole bunch of white, like calcium-looking buildup on it. And I thought maybe it was because it wasn't premium gas, and thought it might have been caused by gas that had ethanol in it. That's the word I was looking for, ethanol. But I get premium all the time. I mean, there's a chance, and the premium I get is 100% gas. There's no ethanol, 0%. So it's possible that I used gas sometime from someone else that didn't have it. I don't know. But I have used the saw a lot. I've had the saw now for, I don't know, 5 years. So it's got a lot of tanks through it. I'm on like the third or fourth bar. So that's what it was. Very inexpensive fix. It was more for the time than the parts. The parts were a few bucks. It was almost nothing, but it runs great now. So that's what it was. So it's a little bitty like screen that's tiny, and that's what it was in line there. So they found it, and they had never seen that before. So they wanted to know what kind of gas I was running, where I got it, and I get the gas same place all the time. I always get no ethanol premium, and that's what I use in all my small engines. And I do mix my own my own gas mix with it, and I get the Husqvarna mix all the time, but they hadn't seen that. So there's a chance I ran some gas sometime that wasn't the right stuff. I don't know. But it's all fixed, and it wasn't a big deal, so it's running good now. I did take the rakers down just a bit, so she's a little aggressive, but I like it like that. Let's get back to cutting. at the beauty. Wood is cut. I got it all done. And what I have found out is that when you're between a log pile and a building, it's very loud. The sound doesn't go anywhere. It's like lots louder here than it is when I'm out in the open, because the barn, just all that sound just stays right in here. So I saw something I thought I should point out to you, and this is it right here. This is a piece of soft maple, and if you see this kind of it's almost like a bluish gray, kind of like a gun metal type color. That means there's like a 99% chance there's a chunk of metal in there somewhere. Now, if you see this in oak, it'll run all the way through, all the way, and it'll go up many feet, both directions, up and down. But in most other wood, you usually don't see it unless it's right close to where the metal is. But I didn't hit any metal here. It might have been in this next piece over, and it might have been inside of it somewhere, because it usually stays pretty close in most other hardwoods. And in most softwoods, you don't get hardly any staining at all like this. But if you see that, be careful. That means there's metal somewhere very close by, or steel, I should say, not metal. Aluminum doesn't do anything. So I got the splitter shoved into the corner here, backed up the trailer in, so we're going to split this stuff up. Once I get this done, we're going to move out over to the pile that's kind of back over that way, get that split up, and then take it out to the bin and see if I can fit this in the bin. I think if I go around the outside, I should be able to chuck it in. So splitting time again. The wood was there. Now it's there in the trailer. That is about a full cord, give or take, from what I can tell. Now I'm gonna go over, move everything over there, and we're gonna split that stuff up, and that's it's probably gonna fill the trailer about as full as I can get it. So off to the races. So all the wood over here is done, and most of the wood over here is done. I left, there's a couple pieces that need to be cut down a little bit more here, and then there's all these chunks that need to be knocked down for, you know, birchwood to go into the basket, because this is all odd size stuff here, nothing that's what I really want. But the trailer is very full, as you can see. So now I got to get out in the field, hopefully. It's going to be mucky out there, I think. I got to get out there and get this off into the bin. So I'm going to throw it up in the bin. I'm going to go to the side and throw it to a spot where I think I can get it in. So I got to get this empty, because tomorrow we're going to be running the processor. I'm going to need that trailer and Bert's trailer, because we're probably going to fill them up. And I'll probably have to build a new bin out there right away in the morning, so we have a place to put the wood. So we got to get stuff going here. So I got to get out in the field right now, because it's getting dark out. By the time I get done with this, it's going to be dark. I can put away too. It might rain tonight a little bit, and I can get it into the barn here. Come on, baby. I want to pick up some speed, because I got to go up about a 3-inch rise here. I'm not getting any speed. Come on, I know you can do it. Oh, I gotta start over. The jack hit, it stopped my momentum. I forgot to put this down. It's a little ramp. I think it's wide enough, we'll find out. I'll get you guys closer so you can actually see something here. Okay, I'm gonna back her up a little bit so I can get a head of steam. I don't know what a head of steam is. I suppose it's from the locomotive days. That's my guess. Oh, come on! There we go. Hey Cat, you're on Wood Mountain. So there you go. That's a pile of wood. It's, I don't know, 12 feet high now. It's high. I'm standing on the ground. So it's high. So some people said, oh, it's gonna mold because they think it's gonna mold. And there's other people that have done this and said it worked just fine. As long as it's in the open, it gets a lot of wind. And that's about as open and windy as it can get. So we'll find out. But my plan is that as this stuff dries over the next like 3 months, I'll be selling it. So I'll go around and I'll pick off the top layer and just keep working my way in. And then right in the middle here, I'm gonna work kind of like almost, I wouldn't say a tunnel, but I'm basically gonna make a wedge from both sides coming together. So we make this not as long as it is, so it gets more wind into the center. So I'll dig right into the middle and try to get some of that stuff out. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then Bert and I were just talking when he was here, the next one that we do is going to be smaller. Now this one is 4 pallets wide by 7 pallets long. And there's about 60 face cords or 20 full cords in here. There's 12 loads in here. So what we're thinking we're going to do with this is that not make it as big for the next one. The next one we're only going to go 2 pallets wide, and then we'll probably go 6, 7, 8 pallets long, just go longer, narrower. And because we'll be able to get up closer to it, we'll be able to actually make a nice peak on it. Because this you really can't get up there because it's so far across. But I think what we can do is basically make these almost like the whole housings, I think that's how you say it, where you basically shingle the wood going up from the bottom up, like shingles, so that the water sheds off. So that's kind of what we're planning on doing. So I'll walk around so you guys can see how big this is. Mr. Cat's probably going to walk with us. So it is a massive wood, I tell you. It's a very large pile. Like I said, there's 60 face cords or 20 full cords in here is what this is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a lot of wood. A lot of wood. And it smells like drying wood. I can smell elm, I can smell maple, and I can smell ash as you walk around it. You can actually smell it. Oh, look at who's here. Mr. Cat following me around. Okay, so there it is. That's it for today, folks. You know what to do. I'll be back here 5:30 tomorrow morning. We're going to run the processor tomorrow, and we're going to try to do at least 2 or 3 loads. So that's the plan. And between now and tomorrow, when you come back, because you're going to, because that's what you do, you're going to go watch some more videos on my channel. Right over there, that's a good one. Maybe it's over here. It's somewhere on the screen. Watch one of them. Good night, Irene.